Hi, everyone. So I'm here again today with the astrology of February 3rd through the 9th. I'm going to be looking at to the side every once in a while because I have my notes there, just for those that are wondering why I look to the side. And if you're interested in going to a specific day of the week, go to the description part below. It has the information on timestamps. Okay, so let's begin. Monday, the 3rd, Mercury is in Aquarius, creates a trine in Jupiter in Gemini. Okay, so this is Speak Your Life into Existence Day. On February 3rd, I recommend you actually the entire week, but really stipulated on February 3rd. Speak into existence the things that you would like to see in your life. This is a little bit of a double-edged sword, okay? Because I want to say, like, the universe is out like this with their ears out. Like, what does this person want? What does this person want? And if you allow your mind and your words to activate words that are of death instead of life for you, you will be creating that. What do I mean by words of death? I can't. I won't. Shit always goes bad. I don't understand why this never works out for me. Why is it that everybody wants to attack me? Why is it that everything bad happens to me? If you're in that mindset, you will definitely create it. So I would recommend this day that if you start having these thoughts, of negativity, don't speak them out of existence. And when you're having your mind figuring this stuff out and bringing all that ugly out, like literally take those words, pretend they're a thing. You can visualize them into a thing, put them in front of you, cancel it out and throw it in some fire and say, I absolutely cancel that from my life. That way you don't speak negative things into existence. I would do a lot of I am affirmations this day. I would do a lot of affirmations of what we'd like to manifest. And I would also have like a little journal in which you write what it is that you would like to manifest 9 times. And I would do it every single day when I wake up, the same phrase, repeat it and write it down 9 times over and over again. Because though you say affirmations word out, when you write them down, you're creating them in your existence. It's like you have the paintbrush and you're able to create it. So these are 2 things that I would recommend you to do. Just keep it positive. Don't allow your mind to get popped into negative, especially with things that are happening in the world right now. The weather, the economics, the governing parties, the everything around you is trying to distract you and convince you that you have no power, no will, no way to change things in the future, blah, 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 that your word does not have any kind of merit. Don't allow them to convince you to do that. And so cancel all those things out. Say, you don't have power over me, and then affirm what it is that you would like for the future, because you are definitely creating what you're going to be bringing into your existence. So that is Monday. Now let's go to Tuesday. Tuesday, the 4th, Venus enters Aries and does, and Jupiter goes direct on Gemini. This energy is totally cracking me up. Um, the universe literally is making you get hot. It wants you to have the vapors. It wants you to like have that passion for life. It wants you to like literally like be Joneses for something. And if you're Joneses for something that is very positive for yourself, and if you guys have been listening to my astrology for a while, I've been telling you since January that you should have a point of reference. This is where I am, where I'm supposed to be, and the life that I'm living in, the world that I'm living in the future. And you focus on that point because we're going to have a lot of distractions this year. Just focus that that's the life, that's the world, and that's my reality. It's not this bullshit that's around me. You can make it into existence. So this can be passions for a person, where you're feeling very heightened sexual drive, and it's very expansive, and you're communicating it very clearly to the people around you. But the second thing that it can actually be is something about passionate for hobbies, for skills, for a calling within you, and you're so passionate about it that you're actually speaking it into existence. This is being advocate for yourself, for your community, for the people that are around you, to support, love, and cherish these people. And so use that speaking into existence something very positively, and the passion that is calling inside of you, don't mute it out. Use that fire within you to create the change. Okay, so now let's go to Wednesday the 5th. the moon enters the sign of Taurus and does a sextile with Mars in Cancer. So this day, I know I don't need to constantly be reminding you, but there are some people that are new to this channel, so I will remind you. We are currently in a Mars retrograde. The Mars retrograde is in the sign of Cancer, and literally it's creating emotional turmoil to our, like, I want to say, the relationships that we had to community, to government, to money, to work, to family, or whatever. And it's creating turmoil within it where we're feeling confused emotionally, we're feeling drained, and we're feeling like abrasive towards things. Okay? Interesting. I just got interrupted for a second. But what this is causing is this energy where we're so emotionally, I want to say, drained from something. It can be family, friends, government, economy, work, it doesn't matter. And that it's creating like an internal war inside of us. It's making us feel disempowered. I have to remind you that this energy will be active until the 23rd of February. So it's going to be, I told you guys in the astrology, starting January, February is going to be like shit. January, February will be like shit because it's kind of like that internal tug of war between old world, new world, old world, new world, old world, and who's going to win. Okay. So keep that in mind. The reason why I'm telling you all this, it's because Monday and Tuesday, you were being awakened to, yes, I can. We can do this. You have no power over me. And then Wednesday, it's like a good swift kick in the guts, or like, a kidney jab, where something is telling you, Mitch, you ain't got no power. Now, this is when our word has to be impeccable. This is when you have to say, no, this reality is not about you. This reality is not the one I assigned to. And my power of will, of knowing that what I want is going to come into existence, will appear. Okay. So, I guess what I'm trying to tell you is that if you allow social media, all these freaking news stations, everything that is around us to tell you, you can't, you won't, you're nothing, you're nothing, you're nothing, you're nothing, you will become nothing. Remember who you are and remember the seed that brought you into this world. You have power and you have will and you have strength. And if you say, no, I will not go quietly into the night because you think I should bow down, I will absolutely not. And even if it costs blood, sweat, and tears, I'd rather die than be under your foot. That is the things that are going to change us, right? So this is, again, that focusing on that one goal, that one reality, the one place that you're going to be in, focusing on it so hard that it doesn't matter the no's, the doors that closes around you, the things that say absolutely you are not good enough. It's not going to matter. This is when you start to realize the strength that is inside of you. You have overcome so much in your life. And if you sat down for 2 seconds, you would realize that the things that you have overcome, nobody else could. So get yourself, I want to say, get your big girl panties on or get your big boy pants on and say, absolutely not. You will not govern me. You will not stop me. You will not tell me that I need to bow down because I rather have my legs broken than you bending me. Right. And so keep that in mind for Wednesday, because it is going to be that thing where, yeah, bitch, you swear you're going to be something. And they're trying to convince you to stop having that dream for your future. Now let's go to Thursday. Thursday the 6th, the moon is in the sign of Gemini and it creates a trine with Pluto in Aquarius. This is, again, the ups and downs. This is why I told you guys that January and February are kind of shit, because it feels like a tug of war. Like sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, and you're just like doing this stupid game the entire 2 months. Okay. Remember that this is like the head of the snake being cut off. And so there is going to be this energy that, yeah, we're going to oppress you because we have more power, we have more money, we have more strength. You have no voice. You're not significant, right? And it's like, yeah, but there's more of us than you. And as long as I decide that I don't want you riding on my back, you no longer have a pedestal to stand on. This is important for you guys to know. Okay. So that being said, the moon entering Gemini is this energy of the two faces of the duality of your partnerships, of your reality, of the things that are around you. Okay. And the trine with Pluto of Aquarius is this reality around you. This is when you start to notice, right? First, that you're not always have to be good, that you don't have to be this damn angel all the time, and that there is value and worth of you accepting the darkness that is inside of you. You should be dual. This world is dark, and if you're only light, you are literally allowing yourself to be eaten by everything around you. That's what happened to Jesus. It's not criticizing the religion, but the reality is he never was supposed to be carrying everybody's BS. That's not the way it was supposed to be, right? One person, and throwing all the burden on one person to be the good person, to carry all the sins, is bullshit. It's like not taking accountability for your own responsibilities and actions. And a whole religion was created to allow people to not be accountable. And then we became mules because now we have to be dependable of whoever holds that puppet, right? So that's a side note. I don't know why that came out, but I guess somebody needed to hear it. But in this energy, it's realizing that you're good and you're bad at the same time. You were made with these two strings because this world is dark. And if you don't know how to put boxing gloves on when you have to fight, and you don't know how to be the butterflies and rainbows when you should be, then you have a problem. Also, we were put in this world to bring love, light, expansion, and growth to people that are like us. And there are too many of us giving love, expansion, growth, and energy to people that are not like us. And the problem is that we're giving too much grace to people that haven't even learned the lesson to begin with, because they're relying on people like us that are always giving grace, right? You need to learn your duality. You need to learn your strength. You need to learn how to say no, but you don't have to be always that mean person. You have to know how to balance your energies. And this is learning how to balance your energies, because you will be confronted with the people, places, things, and energies that you're connected to, and being told, are you like them? Because there's a saying that says, tell me who you hang out with and I'll tell you who you are. And you can be like, oh, that person is, it's a really kind person. I know they have these belief systems that are like very abrasive and ugly, but in the long run, they are a good person. And it's like, really, are they? Or are you giving grace to somebody that you shouldn't be giving grace to? And so right now, you're being told to really look at everything around you, because that energy of the trine and Pluto Aquarius, all these masks are being released, right? And they're showing you, as the moon entering Aquarius, how you've chosen to duality, and which one you're more aligned to, and which one do you want to amplify more, and which one do you want to mute out more. Do you want to create death all around you? Do you really believe that everybody should be casted out? Do you really believe that all these evil things should happen to everybody around you? Do you really believe that you should be privileged over another person? Or do you really believe that we're all one? And how many people do you know that is kind of segregating one place and the other, and why are you still aligned to them? That's the energy that is on Thursday. So keep in mind that you're being called to really look around you, really look at all the things you're connected to. And this is things in social media, these are things on all kinds of stuff. And see, is this really aligned to me? Why am I still following this? How does this make me feel? When I hang out with this channel, does it lift me up or makes me like dark? Is it feel like they're making my mind go in a direction that I don't want it to go, right? And then choosing to remove yourself from certain situations that are no longer serving you. That is what you're being called to do on Thursday. I hope you guys can do it. So now let's go to Friday. Friday, we have Venus in Aries, and it creates a sextile in Pluto in Aquarius. And you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Luke 5:4-11. Okay, this is when, you've been trying to find people that are like you. You've been trying to find your soul family, and you keep casting out the net, and you keep casting out the net, and you keep casting out the net. And for all you keep pulling back, all you fish are things that pretend, and then you figure out they are garbage and you have to throw them back into the water, but it always comes empty. This is when God's telling you kind of like, hey, it's time now. cast out your net and fish the men that are supposed to be in your life, like fish the people that are like you. This day, I would speak into existence. I cancel out every connection that I have, every quantum entanglement that I may experience that is not aligned to what I would like in my life. What I want in my life is this, this, and this. Make it obvious to me about people that are not supposed to be in my life. Make some kind of chaos to ensue in this relationship so that I can see it clearly and decide to separate from it, and allow me to accept those that are supposed to be in my life for my greatest good and my divine purpose. Allow me to see them for who they are. Allow me to accept them for what they are, and allow me to bring them into my existence. The more that you affirm that this is the reality I want to live in, this is the social group that I want to be in, this is the situation I want to be in, and anything that does not go with that, I would like it to just move away from me. There are people that like those people. There are people that are aligned with those people. They're just not my people, and that's fine. Just go there. Just go there. And I'm going to pull these people towards me because this is the reality I want to live in. See, what and keep in mind, don't trust too much these connections that you might have in social media. I know that a lot of these spiritual groups and whatever are all like hitting, oh, online this, online that. You can't tell a person's energetic field online because it gets muggled in the web. It's a worldwide web for a reason. It's like you get caught in this nasty web, and you can be a fly and get caught and the spider eats you. So you you're being asked to actually go out there. You actually are supposed to physically connect to people and actually feel their auric field. You can read them better that way. You can read their energy. You can see their environment. You can see what they're producing. Because online, a person can tell you, I make thousands of dollars and millions of dollars every single second of every single day. But you're not seeing their everyday life, and you don't know how much BS they're telling you. And you know that online everything is BS. So let's try to engage with people physically. Let's try to remember how it is to be like real, not a computer, a real person, and connect real with different people. And in doing so, that casts a larger net. And the more that you can connect to people that are closer to you, the more you can actively change the environment around you. If you guys are more interested in that situation, I recommend the Intuition Project. It's a book regarding intention project. Is called the Intention Project, and it's that energy. Like if a few people combined with each other, all in that same frequency of change, of uplifting in one community, they can really shift the energies in the community. That's the reason they want you to spread out through social media to people far away from you, because then you can't create the change small. Like if you expand too much, it's like you're trying to pour into 20 different cups at the same time. And if you just pour into a small community, that community can spread this way a lot faster because it's concentrated than a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. I'm trying to push people a little bit farther away from all these technologies. And I honestly think that stations like the TikTok should continue to die. Because they're killing us. They're closing our intuition when we can't focus more than 2 or 3 seconds to a conversation. And it allows us to engage and activate our power, our ability to change this world for the greatest good. So this is casting your net. This is expanding and calling people that are like you into your existence. I went into a crazy tangent there, but whatever. So that is that energy. And so now let's go to Saturday. Saturday, the 8th. The moon is in Cancer, square Venus in Aries. And here we go again with Demi Downer, right? This is yeah, honey, we're going to use this energy of the Mars retrograde in Cancer to poke you and tell you that what you want, you're not going to get. Your dreams are too big, your passions are stupid, and you should stop them. That's this energy for Saturday. Okay? Again, it's just BS. Turn it off. Whatever it is that's telling you that you can't have what you want for your greatest good and your divine purpose, turn it off. Okay? This can be a channel on, I mean, I was stuck on this for a while, and this is why I keep saying it. There's some readers out here that keep spewing out negativity. This person is doing something to you. That person is doing something to you. This other person is doing something to you. And yes, there's some times that I get that in my readings. They show up, right? But for the most part, my readings are you taking accountability for yourself. This is your problem. Let's work on you so that you can move forward. And there's a reason for that, because tarot is not supposed to be this person is doing that for you and this person is doing that against you, and allowing you to feed into that victim mentality. You don't have strength, you don't have burdens, you in the world is fighting against you. It's supposed to be something that changes you, transforms you, uplifts you, and makes you stronger. So um, anything that you're listening to, it's a podcast, it's a show online, it's something that makes you feel divisive, that makes you feel victimized, that makes you feel less than, you're being hypnotized, you're being programmed, and you're being used. And so when are you going to take back your brain? And there's this book called Unf Yourself. It's free here in YouTube. You can find it. It's an audiobook. It is so good. And it talks about this, like how you start looking for things to validate that negative belief system that you have, and then you create it into your existence. How in the hell are you going to let somebody else take your light and use it for their benefit? Look at how my phone agrees with me. So let's start using our energy and our light for our benefit, not for some other fools, so they can grow and they can expand and they can do whatever they want, telling you that, that's just the way the world is and you have no power. And let's now start making it our power. All right. So that's this energy for the 8th. Don't allow yourself to be dumbed down. Don't allow yourself to be manipulated. And don't allow somebody to tell you what you can or you can't do. You have strength inside of you. All right. Use it. And you have resources. Use them for your highest good and do divine purpose. Now, let's go to Sunday the 9th. We have the sun in Aquarius, and it creates a conjunction with Mercury in Aquarius. And this is this little light of mine. I'm going to let it shine. That's that energy, honestly. This is the light starting to turn on, the activation starting to turn on, the reality is coming to light. I know that this time is difficult, and I'm not asking for you guys to not feel what you have to feel. Feel it. Just don't stay there, right? And this energy is going to continue to be like bogged down and negative and whatever, like doing this yo-yo until about the 28th of February, where we're going to have like this massive shift, because we have that moon in Pisces and we have the 7 planets aligning. Not important, the 6 planets, because that's normal, but this is 7 and these are significant, and it's aligned to a period where we're done with this freaking Mars retrograde. So then there's more of a possibility for a change. So all we have to do is hold our light until that time, and then you'll see it shine. Just keep that vision for your future, because you can make it. Just one person choosing, I will not go quietly into the night, can activate so many others. All right. I hope this helps you, and we'll see you the next time.